Hello there, all you bucketheads, and welcome to all you foundlings. This is another episode of the most disorganized podcast on the internet, Under the Helmet Podcast. Woohoo!
Woo!
Off the guns tonight, because we have a lot to talk about. Welcome to another episode in our Moon Knights series, where we are talking about not only episode 4, but also episode 5, because we took a day off last week. Had to deal with some personal stuff. Same with this week, but it's all good. We're here. We're back. Welcome, everybody. Let's get started. So, Eli,
Yes.
I want to start. I want to start our show with a riddle, because I heard a really good riddle earlier, and I
Okay.
want to tell it. So, I have 2 coins, and they both equal 30 cents. One of them is not a quarter. What coins do I have?
Now that's a really good question.
Riddle me this, Batman. If anybody in chat knows the answer, you can go ahead and put it in chat as well. The riddle is I have 2 coins that equal 30 cents. One of them is not a quarter. What coins do I have?
um, I,
Yeah. Anybody in chat? Looks like we got 4 viewers right now. Whoop whoop. What we got?
Gabby thinks she's got it.
Gabby's got it. A $50 and a dead 0.2 cent coin. Nope. Not the answer, Sidekick Red. Good guess though. Good guess. Gabby, what do you think it is? One of them is not a quarter, not both. Is that your final answer?
Hypothetically, a penny and a very rare out of mint coin. It costs 29 cents.
No, they're standard coins.
Oh.
They're standard coins.
One of them is not a quarter. The other one's a nickel.
Yep. One's a quarter, one's a nickel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you only said that one of them. Oh, that was good. Okay.
That was a good one.
Are we getting into our Riddler phase? Am I going to expect you to come on here in like a green comment?
No. So I want to give a shout out to 1313 Podcast. If you haven't watched our Have a Chat with 1313 Podcast, it's on their channel. Definitely go check it out. It was really good. But I was watching their most recent Have a Chat, and they said that riddle in the episode, and I was like, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna finesse that so hard. Just gonna go, yoink-a-doodle-doo, you're mine. Dylan Bob's Arizona Live. Why Arizona? Why Arizona? What did the state of Arizona do to me? They've got the Grand Canyon. They're cool. But Ohio, on the other hand, Ohio has got to go. But when Ohio sends their people, they're not sending their best. They come here on vacation, and they bring everything but their brains, and it makes you just a little crazy. Joker moment. Sorry.
You've jumped villains.
Sorry,
twice now already.
Yoink-a-doodle-doo. Gabby, yeah. I say yoink-a-doodle-doo so I don't have to say bad words. So I now say yoink-a-doodle-doo.
Sometimes I am the bad word saying one around here. That is me. That is my brand.
I try to keep
Don't go stepping on my brand.
But anyways, let's talk about Moon Knight. So let's start Moon Knight episode 4.
Are we gonna start spoilers or no spoilers?
Let's start. All right, let's do a really quick non-spoilers. What were our thoughts on the 2 episodes?
Episode. Gabby's calling me out in chat. Episode 4 kind of melted my brain, and then episode 5 punched me in all of my feelings all at once.
It did. Episode 5 really did punch you right in. It's time for Gabby. You don't need to call us out like that. Time for the 0.5 seconds of no spoilers. Well, to be fair, so the episode 4 has been out a week and a day. Episode 5 has been out a day. If you haven't seen it at this point, and you're watching this episode thinking, I'm going to go watch my favorite podcast, Under the Helmet, talk about a show I haven't seen yet. To that I say, also, if you haven't seen the episode, though, go watch it.
It's good.
It's a good one, especially episode 5. That was a very, very spicy meatball. But with that being said, spoiler time. If the banner will work. So, let us start. Yes, I agree with Callahan's comment here. Disney Plus is constant with episode 4 as being an absolute banger.
Yes, and they just keep getting better.
They really do. So let us start with episode 4 of Moon Knight. Mark and Layla are on the run from the ambiguous bad guys. The ethnically ambiguous bad guys. And because it's right after him and Khonshu move the night sky, and then they pass out. And the bad guys come in this really cool one take, like one take, one shot thing. It was beautiful with Layla running from the villains, and then they get blown up because she throws a flare on their ammo box. So then it's Steven's in control, correct? Yeah, Steven's in control.
Yeah.
And then they decide, hey, we're gonna go to Harrow's dig site and we're gonna take it back. Let me just say, episode 4 was scary. Those tomb mummy
so much
monster thing, nightmare fuel. Also, I feel bad for poor Layla because that thing was all up in her face, and for 2,000 years that thing did not brush its teeth.
Oh,
Stank breath.
I hadn't even considered that.
Literal halitosis. Halitosis. Smells awful. That just made me think of a terrible joke. Why was the Pharaoh upset?
What? Why was Pharaoh upset?
Because he lost his mummy. What's about that is Sidekick Red goes, say it. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by say it? What word are we saying here? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Take it back. No, it's too late. We can't take it back now. Yes, Callahan, that actually is true, though. I do have a pet peeve of bad breath.
I feel like most people do.
No teeth. So I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. No, my joke was bad. It was meant to be bad. But no, so Callahan is 100% right. So when I was younger, my sister used to say I had really bad breath, even when I necessarily didn't. She would just constantly tell me I had bad breath. So I've sort of have this compulsion, I have to have good smelling breath, or I feel awful. I carry mints everywhere I go. if I don't have like mints, Listerine, like little like tabs that you can like pull and like put on your tongue and it melts. It's weird. But yeah, bad breath is a thing that always bothers me. So like if someone comes with me with like bad breath, I'm just like, bro, clean your teeth, floss, please. Do us all a favor. Floss your mouth. Please and thank you. But anywho, back to Moon Knight. So Steven and Layla are going through, and let me just say, before they go in there, Steven pulls a Miss Mysterio girl and kisses Layla.
And then gets his shit clocked by Mark.
Just a minute. All right. So I actually thought of those Listerine things are disgusting. Honestly, they're not great, but they make you feel like your mouth is important, like your mouth is like clean, even though it's like literally like an inferior version of gum. But it's funny because like so I have a question for you. Is it cheating? Because so Mark and Layla aren't exclusive, obviously. They're not an exclusive relationship.
They're not really a relationship.
Yeah, they're kind of.
He kind of walked out of her life.
Yeah, they're in the process of getting a divorce, but he's like, "Hey, don't kiss her, or I'm gonna bonk your head." And then he goes,
"He did bonk her head,"
mwah, and then bonk over the head. But like, hypothetically, is that like cheating if like your girlfriend makes out with your alternate personality? Like, is that because it's the same like body, same face, different personality, but like it's the same person? Just something to think about. Really makes you wonder. Dylan plays with his eyebrows again. I learned I can move one independently from the other. I've never been the same. I saw The Rock do it, and I just had to follow. I just want you guys to know, every time I do this, I hear the Vine boom sound effect in my head. So I'm not going to play it because I don't want to have to deal with another YouTube ad coming up.
YouTube ad? What?
Yeah, because every time I go to play the like Vine boom while we're on stream, like some ad will come up and be like, "Do you need new car insurance?" No, I don't need new car insurance. Stop asking me. Leave me alone with these targeted ads, YouTube. Anyway, so they go down in the chamber. They get chased by the monster thing. And Harrow actually has a really interesting conversation with Layla, which I thought was really neat, where he's basically like, Mark Spector killed your daddy. And she's like, "That's not true. That's impossible." And he's like,
"Search your feelings. You know it to be true."
Exactly. And she's just like, "I'm going to go find out." Meanwhile, so I have to say, the inner history nerd in me got very excited with that episode. As he's, going through the coffin and he pulls out and is like, the Egyptian, the king of Egypt. And the whole time I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be Ptolemy. For those of you who don't know, Ptolemy was the Macedonian general that Alexander the Great put in charge of Egypt. When his empire split, Ptolemy became the head of Egypt. Like that was his part of it. Then it created the Ptolemaic dynasty, which led to Cleopatra. I'm a huge history guy, so this was very exciting. I was like, oh no way, they're actually gonna do like that's gonna be Ptolemy, and then they're like Alexander the Great, and I'm like, darn it, stupid name recognition. I was so pissed, let me tell you, because I was like, no way, Ptolemy. I was like history soy boying. I was like going over. I was like, yo, it's gonna be Ptolemy, and they're like, it's Alexander the Great.
Who's that pharaoh?
Who's
that
Ptolemy?
Pharaoh?
It's Ptolemy.
It's Alexander the Great.
Fuck!
Fuck!
Frick, frack, diddly dag, son of a motherless goat.
I feel like we need to do a compilation of your not swears.
I used to work with kids, so I have plenty of them.
I did too, but well,
Eli, that played in my head as you said it. Who's that? Who's that Pharaoh? It's Ptolemy. It's Alexander the Great. Frick! Dang, Ferric. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. And then our boy Steven has to shove his fist down Alexander's throat to pull out the Amet thing.
Oh,
and then Harrow shows up because Layla storms in and is like, Mark, take over. We got to talk. So she does. Or Mark takes over and they're talking. Eli, you should talk. Eli, we have a sponsor.
Oh, right. We do have a sponsor today. So, I'd like to take this moment in the middle of the show to talk about today's sponsor, Totally Real Songs, and their newest hit single, Can't You Take the Wheel.
Just cussing from the... Just swear in front of children like I do.
Just do it. They're going to learn them eventually.
Sidekick Red, you're a different breed. So I remember being in elementary school and like, I remember being that age and like, honestly, I couldn't swear in front of a child because I can't go through the trauma of a kid going, ooh, you said a bad word. Ooh. I can't do that again. Nope. Can't do it. I refuse. It's just, and they're so shocked. Like every time it's like, how do you know it's a bad word? Because it's bad. Like you can't argue with a kid. They don't have the mentally formed brain. Like it's scientifically like, they're just going to be like, you said a bad word because it's bad. And it's like, can't argue with you because you're not wrong. Darn kids. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you darn kids and your flawless logic. But anyway, Can't You Take the Wheel? Tell me more.
Yes, Can't You Take the Wheel is their newest hit single. This is also the same wonderful studio that has brought us songs such as Stop Hitting on My Sister by Sam Wilson, No by Bucky Barnes, I'm Too Sexy for Myself by Loki Laufey-san. And hopefully many more to come in the future. But that's it for today's sponsor. Thank you.
I have to say though, you are missing out on one of their more sleeper hits, which is My Jet Ski by Mobius.
Mobius and Mobius.
Yeah. My Jet Ski. For those of you who aren't aware, it's a rap. I'm not writing lyrics for it. It's just that good.
I feel like we have to write these songs at some point. They're not going to be good, but if we hit certain subscriber goals, maybe we'll write these songs.
We will write them as parodies to like regular, like actual good songs.
Yep.
And then we'll sing them on our 100 subscriber Under the Influence.
100. Oh. We're setting a quick timeline for ourselves. That's a lot to write.
Listen, if we hit 100 subscribers, the Under the Influence stream is happening. Calling it today. I've decided. Subscriber goal. Here we go. Whatever I said in the past, I've already forgotten it, and I'm not going to go back and look. So don't ask. 100 subscribers, Under the Influence stream. It's happening. All right. Good. Got it. Good. I think we just hit 31 because I got one of my neighbors to follow us. All right. So then things get a little turn for the worse because Layla slaps Mark. Mark gives her the Amit. She runs away. Harrow shows up. Mark tries to fight against people with guns. and gets banged. He gets banged.
Bonk.
So then he does a very dramatic slow motion fall into the water. And then he wakes up in a mental hospital. And I remember watching this going, hey, yo, what?
Excuse me.
Huh? Mark gets waned. Yeah, Mark got Thomas and Martha waned. Give me your pearls, Mark Spector. No, bang bang. Also, for those of you who, if anybody's wondering, a really good depiction of the Wayne's like death, go and look up Forest Fire 101's The Death of the Waynes video. It is one of the funniest things you will ever see.
Oh, wait a second. Is that our resident Lego guy?
Yeah, Forest Fire 101's the Lego guy. So
yeah,
it's hilarious. It's so funny. If you guys get a chance to go watch that after the stream. We should watch it live one day. It's so funny. Not to worry, Martha. We're rich. Nothing bad happens to rich people in alleyways. Give me your money. Listen, old chum. I just want to tell you, I got first place in boxing at my Ivy League school. We're winding up for this one. Pow.
Bonk.
Anyway. Spoiler alert. Thomas and Martha Wayne died. But we're not talking Batman today. We're talking Moon Knight. So, as he falls in, he gets into the mental hospital, runs around a little bit. It's super trippy because there's like ancient Egyptians and ancient Egyptian symbolism everywhere. Harrow's got a mustache now and like slick back hair. And we wonder for a brief second, is it all in his head? Is the whole show a lie? And Mark's just sitting in the mental hospital? I wonder. And then we get a little bit further down the line, and what do we see? Sarcophaguses, and they're banging on the sarcophagus. We'll get there.
Jake Boxley.
Jake Boxley. Jake, we'll never actually see you Locks. Actually, we'll get there. We'll get to Jake Lockley because he shows up in episode 5.
What?
We'll get there. So he sees the first sarcophagus, opens it up. Who is it? Stephen Grant. So they're running down the hallway and they see a second sarcophagus, and it's banging, but no answer, no response. So they leave it and they go to open the door, and who do they find? A giant hippo lady, and she goes, "Hi." And then they scream. It was amazing. Perfect way to end the episode for me then to go to work and be like, dang, how am I going to like function like a human being now? But moving right into episode 5, we find out her name is Termut, I think. Taraway-mut? I don't know. I don't know my ancient Egyptian gods. I should know this. Did my screen just disappear because I opened a new tab? Oops. Let me see. Hey, Google, who's the hippo lady in Moon Knight?
The goddess Tawaret.
Tawaret. There we go.
Yeah.
Tawaret. Tia Turawet. I can't. I don't know. The hippo goddess lady. Turns out she's the goddess of leading the dead to the field of reeds. And she does the thing where you balance your heart against the scale, the feather. The goddess pirouette. Hi, Hope. How's it going? But they balance the scales, and if your heart balances on the scale, you go to the field of reeds. It's the good place. If they don't, you go into the bad place, aka Anakin Skywalker's worst nightmare. sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere.
And it turns you into a statue.
Not like the field of reeds. They're everything that's soft, smooth, and beautiful. Words are hard. Words are hard, Callahan, aren't they? They're hard for me too. So, anyway. That's funny. Helps you join Russell Crowe in Gladiator. Hold on, where's my mouse? Tawara, it helps you join Russell Crowe in Gladiator. That was a good one. Okay, so moving on. She tells him this, and she says, "Hey, your scales are going like rear. We got to balance that out because if we get to the end of our journey before your scales balance, sorry, you get yeeted off the boat." So they go through and they go down trauma memory lane. No, Callahan, you're not wrong. You're right. 100%. Callahan's like, "Why are you booing me? I'm right." You are right, Callahan. We agree with you. But so they go through and they get to go down trauma memory lane. And we learn that number one, Mark Spector has prematurely ended a lot of people's existence.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
He has vibe checked a lot of people. But it's interesting, though, is that he feels guilt over what he's done. And he feels remorse. And it's not an automatic disqualifier for getting into the afterlife, which I thought was super interesting. But the one he feels the most guilt over is his little brother, which was like, dang, that joint hurted. But it gets worse. So turns out after the loss of his brother, the mom becomes abusive because she blames him for his brother's death. Even though they were both kids playing around, tragic backstory generator. You know how it is. Hey, we can go play in this cave in the middle of nowhere, but it's starting to rain. What are you, scared? Famous last words in like any backstory. What's the matter, chicken? Famous last words. But they go in and the little brother doesn't make it out. And let me just say, that was tough. That was for absolutely nailing that. And then also the kid actor who plays Kid Mark in this episode, phenomenal job because he does the same switch that Oscar Isaac does when he switches to Steven.
Yeah.
Amazing. But let's detour a little bit because I said Jake Lockley's in this episode.
Yes, I'd like to...
Here's where he comes in. So you know how in some of the scenes he flashes back to talking with Harrow, where it's Mark and then it's Steven. Well, one of the times is a flashback. It's not Mark and it's not Steven. It's Jake. And here's how we know it's Jake. Number one, the accent is different. It's the one where he calls like Harrow like a ruse. He stands up from the chair. He's got the glass shard in his hand. He's being very angry and aggressive. And if you notice, looking at the nose, there's a little mark right here. Jake Lockley is in the episode. He's in there. I'm trying to pull up the.
I was gonna say I might need to see more of this.
I'm gonna try to pull up. Well, and here's the thing: is that it's meant to look like, oh, Mark just got beat up, or it looks like just like a beat up Mark, but it's not. It's so much more. Let me see if I can pull it up. So here, ready? I got him. I got him pulled up. So where's my mouse? Share screen. Perks of having a multiple screen monitor. I want this. Which one do I want? Yeah, screen 3. Also, I find it super interesting that in the episode Tawaret, she mentions the ancestral plane, like in Black
She
Panther.
does.
She does. She mentions a so look, Exhibit A, the nose. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but looking on the image we have pulled up right here, Exhibit A, the nose. See, see how he looks different too. How he's more beat up, a little bit more disheveled. That's not the Mark Spector look. To Stephen Grant. That's different. His accent is different, and if you look very closely, see how he's got the thing in his hand, ready to like attack almost. I know, right? Pretty crazy. It's very much a like blink and you miss it moment. So we've been getting hints the whole show, and also it makes sense considering Jake is the more violent of the personalities. He's obviously already off several dudes. And then, look, he shows up in the therapy and they immediately lock him back away because it's not like Mark pops up. Oh, not again. Because even the Harrow stand-in is like, dude, like it's the only time he's subdued. And even when he does, like in the next scene, he's like, listen, you've seen too many movies. We don't subdue people like that. Yeah, Hope is right. He does have the crazy eyes. Like he's got eyes with the intent to like shank this dude. My man is ready to shank. All right, bring it back over here. Let's stop sharing my screen for now. Oh. But anyways, so Jake Lockley, our first look at Jake Lockley. He wasn't name dropped, but he was there. And if you go back and you rewatch the scene, actually his accent is a little different. So I'm trying to remember who I saw it first from so I can give credit. I believe it was, I think Sophia Sassano on TikTok, I think I saw who said it first. So I know I didn't see it from Soups. I'm trying to remember who I saw it from. But yes. So Jake Lockley, our first look at him, pretty good, I gotta say. I thought in that scene it looked like he was trying to stab himself in the face with that thing. Yeah, so and here's the thing, that's a really good interpretation of it. But if you listen to his accent, it's slightly a little more. I'm trying to remember how to. It's a little bit more. It's different than the Mark Spector accent. Not much different, but it's got a little bit more South American twang to it in a sense, if twang is the right way to describe that accent. But in an interview recently, for Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac was given an interview and somebody says, will we ever see a Latin American superhero in the MCU? And, referring to him, and he goes, well, just wait. Like, without saying too much, he's like, just wait for the show. Without spoiling anything, just wait. So, just something to think about. Just something to think about. But yes. So then the episode goes on. Mark and Steven trauma bond together, and they realize, hey, also, let me just say, the scene where Harrow makes him admit his mom is dead that was one of the hardest scenes to watch. That was tough. That was a hard scene. So, of course, somebody on TikTok had to make a joke out of it. And let me just say, it was really funny. So, I'm sure we all know it where the girl goes, "That's why your shoes raggy. That's why your mama dead." Dead as hell. What kind of shoes she got on her casket? Somebody took that and put it over the scene. That's why your shoes raggy. That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell. What kind of shoes she got on her casket? Absolutely hilarious. So I can't remember who did that on TikTok, but shout out to you. That was way funnier than it should be. You get a pass because it was that funny. But moving on. So the episode nears an end. They get close to the gate, but they're not going to make it because their scales haven't balanced. So you got to get thrown to the sand monsters. So they come up. Dylan cuss. Hell is not a cuss word. Hell is not a cuss word. It is a place. Hell is a place, aka, or as it goes by its other name, Ohio. This is an Ohio history. I will not apologize. There will be no YouTuber apology next episode where I go, "Hey guys, I have made a sudden and continuous lapse of judgment." No, there is none of that. I am completely bigoted against Ohio. If somebody tells me I'm from Ohio, you know what I say to them? I'm sorry. Glad you got better. Glad you got out. Ohio people, when Ohio sends their people, they're not sending their best. That's all I'm going to say to that. It's all a joke, guys. Calm down. I'm not really bigoted against Ohio people. Hope, you were born in Ohio. I'm glad you got better. I'm glad you got better. Listen, and here's the thing. I was born in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, it
you
all
could have
makes
been a Florida man.
It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It all makes sense. Here. There you go, Hope. Love you too. Listen, you're from Ohio, but listen, you got better, and that's what matters. Dylan is a Florida man. I am 100% a Florida man. I check the mail at night with a lightsaber, okay? I am Florida man energy. I'll actually talk about that because that's pretty funny. So the other night in my neighborhood, I typically go and check the mail just randomly. I try to check it once a day, but some days it's more random than others. Florida man starts weird shit podcast alongside incredibly handsome co-host whose face we never see. Whose face we never see.
You don't need my face to think I'm handsome. Take Din Djarin, for example.
This is the way. Daddy energy. Also,
all the time.
I just want to say, Pedro Pascal, you know what you were doing. You knew what you were doing when you talked about daddy energy, okay? And I thank you for it. The amount of thirsty people over that exchange.
I'm here.
As you see, daddy is a state of mind. Anyway,
the stream's gone a weird place, Dylan. I didn't know we were on that side of Twitch.
Well, we're not on Twitch.
Oh,
we're not on Twitch because my computer won't support it. My computer will go, "Oh, you want to stream on Twitch? Let me just crash your laptop." So anyway, moving on. Back to Moon Knight. The sand monsters go, and it looks like they're about to pull Mark overboard. But Steven fights back, and it's going good. It's going great. And then one of them football tackles my man right off the boat. And the episode ends with Stephen Grant turning to sand. And Mark ends up in the field of reeds.
Sandman.
And let me just say, that was harsh. That episode was emotionally damaging from start until finish. Marvel. I am once... Actually, no, not Marvel. Because it's not Marvel's fault. Disney. Buddy. House of Mouse. Can I call you Mickey? Can I call you Mickey? Listen. I have asked you once before with the Book of Boba Fett. I'm asking you again. Once again, I am asking for you to pay my therapy bill. Because, good Lord, the emotional damage you put me through. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, Disney. Stop emotionally damaging me, okay? Disney, do better. Stop providing emotional damage. And let me just say, I'm gonna get out ahead of this because I'm just gonna put it out there. I know Kenobi's gonna hurt. Kenobi is gonna be next level emotional damage. So Disney, write me a check. I'll go to a therapist of your choice. I'll you know what? I'll go and try to get a sponsor from BetterHelp. If BetterHelp wants to sponsor us and Disney wants to pay BetterHelp for my therapy, that'd be really cool. Shout out to BetterHelp. We're not sponsored by them, but
we would accept a sponsorship.
We would accept sponsorships from good organizations. If you're like a Saber reseller and you are like kind of crappy, don't reach out to us. Yeah. I know the bad ones, and I will tell you politely no.
I know the bad ones now. I didn't, but now I do.
Yeah. At Ultra Sabers. Piss off. At Art Sabers. Piss off. At any Saber retailer that advertises on Facebook and steals other content creators' content. Piss off. At Imperial Workshop. Answer my DMs, please.
Please answer our DMs. Weird.
No, I'm joking. I've been going through this arc on TikTok where I keep saying Imperial Workshop should sponsor me. They don't have to.
It'd be cool.
It'd be really cool if you want to use discount code Dylan. Like, listen.
Hello?
I got a perfect discount code already.
Dylan?
Wait
a second. You didn't tell me about this.
No, it's not legit. It's not legit. I don't have a real discount code. They have not sponsored me.
Okay. I got real excited for a second.
No, if I get sponsored by a Saber company, I will never shut up about it ever. I will become the worst version of myself because I would just be like, I'm sponsored. Like, I'll just be sitting there, like in the middle of the night, like wake up from a dream and be like, I'm sponsored by a lightsaber company. I wish. No, I'm not sponsored. But if anybody wants to sponsor me and you're not a poo-poo garbo company, hit my DMs at Dylan Just Cosplays. You know what? You can even message Under the Helmet Podcast. I'll read it. If you message my personal Instagram, I want to be like, how'd you find this? But also, what's up? To the scam companies that keep like finding our pages somehow, like, hey, knock it off. We're not promoting goth girl lingerie. Neither of us are goth girls. It wouldn't work.
I could be.
We could be. For the right amount of money, we could be. But I have more questions than answers. So with that being said, Awkward silence. Next episode, we come back. Guys, we got our first sponsor, Goth GF Lingerie, Fanboy Hooters.
Nah, come on. Everybody
Goth
knows I'm the
IHOP.
CEO. Okay.
Under the Helmet Podcast is proudly sponsored by Goth IHOP and Morbius. Hashtag Morbius sweep.
Oh my god. No, Dylan, you see, as nice as Goth IHOP is, I myself happen to be a proud employee of DILF Outback. So I've been employee of the month for quite a while. I'm rather proud of this fact. Anyway, back to the stream.
Sorry, I don't work in the restaurant business. Apologies for
Is
that.
that anything about restaurants?
We serve food here, sir. Can I get a listening to that just audio wise probably sounds really weird. So if you're listening to the audio and wondering,
It's been
hey,
a strange stream.
what was that? But to conclude, Moon Knight hurt my feelings. Book of Boba Fett hurt my feelings when they shot Cobb Vanth. Kenobi is going to hurt my feelings, episode 1 until the conclusion. So, with that being said, Disney, pay my therapy bill. Episode 3 will be out in like a month or two once Kenobi hits. I'm calling it now. We might have to... I was going to say... We're going to have to... Because Kenobi comes out on Friday. On a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's going to be weird. That's
a
weird...
Because it comes out on a Friday if it's 2 episodes. Okay, so we're going to have to talk in private to figure out what we're going to do for Kenobi. There may be a special episode. Maybe not Friday night, but maybe Saturday. We'll get back to you on that one. We'll talk about it privately and come back to that. But I want to touch on Callahan's comment, and then we'll move to news and rumors.
Yes.
I'm standing by the statement that Oscar Isaac deserves recognition for his acting in the show. I agree. Yes. Oscar Isaac and D. Bradley Baker are the kings of talking to themselves and making it entertaining.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
I just want to say, like, the way, like, I'm always fascinated in movies and TV shows when they make, like, two identical characters, like, two characters that are played by the same actor, like, have them stand next to each other. That always blows my mind. And I know it's, like, CGI or whatever, but I always think it's so cool. Like, what was it, the show that did it? I can't remember what other shows have done it, but every time I see that, like, on a show or in a movie, I'm like, hey, that's really cool. And it's not like an actor's like a twin. Like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, not as impressive because they're twins. But, like, stuff like this is really cool because there's only one Oscar Isaac that we know of. Hey, CBR, do you want to pull the Oscar Isaac multiverse theory out?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They're not great. Multiverse. Just stop. Shh. Not everything's the multiverse. It's okay. Not everything has to be the multiverse all the time. Well, that being said, though, I am excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness coming out.
That's going to be good.
Is that next week?
Is that next week?
May 6th, right? May 6th.
Oh.
Holy moly. Holy moly. So, welcome to Under the Helmet podcast, where we just realized Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness comes out next week. Holy moly. It is next week. Yikes. Like, wow, man, I don't even have tickets. So just saying it now. I will probably go see it next Thursday. So next Thursday's episode might be canceled. Just a heads up. Well, we could probably stream earlier. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We might have a special early episode, or we might stream Wednesday. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll come to a conclusion. We have much to discuss off the stream. Like Scoob. Like, well, what already? Dolphin news and rumors. Oh, that was a horse. Like, wow,
news and rumors.
All right. The biggest news and rumor. You want to say it, or do you want me to say
it? You do it. Lay it on us.
The Batman 2 has just been confirmed.
I feel like we all kind of knew this was coming.
We all knew this was coming, especially after how great the Batman was.
Yes.
But the Batman 2 has officially been confirmed at CinemaCon. Yep. Shout out to CinemaCon for all the cool stuff that nobody gets to see. Also, apparently they dropped a Flash trailer without the Flash, so that was pretty cool.
What?
Because Ezra Miller's been a naughty person, so Ezra Miller's in Warner Brothers timeout, so they did a Flash trailer with barely any of the Flash for obvious reasons. They did a Black Adam trailer. I think they showed some shots for Aquaman, very cool. And what was the other one? What's the other DC project coming out? I don't remember. Anyway, moving on. So, I'm trying to think what else has gone on. I know like other things have happened that I've been like, oh, let's talk about it in news and rumors. And then I don't write it down. And then guess what? It goes poof, gone. You have any news and rumors?
Kevin Feige is headed to the Marvel retreat to discuss the next, what is it, like 10 years of Marvel movies? So that's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks, Callahan. Shazam 2 got pushed to December. Sidekick Red pulling that slowpoke. Did you guys hear that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars? Nobody watched at the Oscars. What even is the Oscars? Although, do you know what? You know what is not news, is not a rumor, but is something worth talking about? What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
Oh my
god. You knew I was going to get that in there somehow.
I knew it was coming. I was just wondering when.
Because I showed him the fig at the beginning of the episode. But yes. So my fig of the day today is Ki-Adi-Mundi. Oh, yeah. Across the Spider-Verse 2 got renamed to Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
but yes, fig of the day is Ki-Adi-Mundi on my end. The new Ki-Adi-Mundi, not the old one. Although, this is like the second new one.
Yeah.
Across Beyond the Spider-Verse have 204 plus characters. Holy moly, that's a lot of spider people.
Good freaking Lord.
All I'm saying is,
Spiders.
if we don't get at least one J. Jonah Jameson, it's unwatchable. Sorry, not sorry. Because how are we going to have a whole Spider-Man movie, a whole 3 Spider-Verse movies with not one person demanding pictures of Spider-Man? Unacceptable. You're fired. Parker, you're fired. Guess what? You're hired again.
Your status is pending.
Status is pending. Jonah, remember your medicine. Remember your blood pressure. That's a spicy meatball. Oh, all right. Let's see. Didn't they confirm like a Sonic 3 as well? So shout out to Sonic. Oh, also, what's that other? So they also Sony confirmed that they're doing a movie about a Marvel comic Spider-Man villain who's appeared in like 2 comics, like ever. So I love that Sony is doing Spider-Man movies about every character except Spider-Man. Very cool. Love to see it. Hey Sony, give us Amazing Spider-Man 3 already.
Do it.
Oh yeah, Venom 3 got announced.
Give me more Andrew Garfield.
Cool. Yeah, Venom 3. Very nice. I can't wait for Amazing Spider-Man 3 where Adrian Toomes and Midbius show up to fight him. Morbius. How disappointing.
I didn't even see it. I don't know how disappointing it was.
Look what has become of you.
Something far worse has happened.
Pile of garbage. Yeah, Morbius sweep. Sorry, but I just gotta say, I have not seen Morbius. What I have seen of it, though, does not look good.
It even had Matt Smith.
I know.
It had Matt freaking Smith.
Yeah, and to be fair, he does have like the best scene in the movie because he like dances shirtless, like does a vampire.
Hello?
Yeah, apparently, like that's the only good scene in the movie, and it like he's like the villain.
Oh,
but there's basically he's like getting ready for something, and he's like dancing around with his shirt off. Like the scenes, the whole movie's basically leaked online, so like go watch it.
All right.
Under the Helmet Podcast does not condone illegal video piracy, but also like I saw the clip on like YouTube. It has Jared Leto in it. It cancels out any good acting. To that I say, if you think Jared Leto is a bad actor, have you not seen the critically acclaimed Suicide Squad? Where he plays easily the best version of the Joker, the most iconic comic book villain of all time. But I have to say, you know, Morbius, I knew Morbius was going to be garbage as soon as we saw the design for the character and he didn't have the word bloodsucker written across his forehead. I mean, how were we going to know the movie would be good? Hi, welcome to the Moon Knight episode where I smack talk Morbius in the news and rumor section. Let's see. What else? What else do we have to talk about? Star Wars. Okay, so I will say this. So if for anybody who's a Black Series figure collector, they just announced. I know Marvel Legends did this as well. So if you're a figure collector, I'm stealing this from 1313 podcast, but they mentioned how Black Series and now this is really old news, but Marvel Legends figures are moving to all cardboard packaging to help with the environment, which I like helping the environment. Kind of a controversial pick though, when it's like, hey, you know these plastic figures that we sell? We're going to take a little bit of plastic out of the box now. It's not really going to change that much. But it does upset, it has upset some people. So to that I say, I hear you, but I collect Lego where I tear apart the box immediately. Sorry. But it is worth reporting on. That's going to be it for news and rumors. Fig of the day, of course, is my Ki-Adi-Mundi. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Eli, who's your fig of the day?
My fig of the day. Well, I don't have one.
Morbius.
It is not Morbius.
Is there a Lego Morbius? Pull it up. Pull up a Lego Morbius picture. We're gonna do that. Well, the plastic figures aren't going in the trash. So Hope, you are right. Sometimes the plastic figures aren't going in the trash. But also there also are a lot of like collectors who do like in-box versus out-of-box collecting. So some of them, like the boxes are all like really well done and like well designed to where they can actually be kept and saved. And for most people who aren't like super like collector types, it's a very small issue. And admittedly, there's much more pressing things going on in the world. But it is something just worth noting that, like, hey, this is happening, and it made people upset. Good night, Gabby. Thank you for coming to another chaotic stream. Listen, we are the most disorganized podcast on the internet, Under the Helmet. We're here for a reason. And we are
You know what we're
here
about.
to spread love, joy, positivity, and chaos. And I think we've done that. So,
Hello? Dylan? My guy? Dylan?
I've been falling for 30 minutes. No, I literally was like switching from banners back to comments on StreamYard, and they just said, dang, that's crazy, bro. Kick him out the stream. Kick him from the broadcast.
Remove his ass.
But with that being said, they gave me doubled.
Doubled.
They
said goodbye.
They said, be gone with him. Be gone with him. Misa like this. But with that being said, thank you so much to everybody for coming out for another episode of the most disorganized podcast on the internet, Under the Helmet Podcast. While you're here, don't forget to like, comment on the video, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our live shows. Also, while you're at it, if you want to be updated with the show when we decide next Thursday, hey, Dylan's going to go see Multiverse of Madness opening night like a crazy person. So don't come looking for the stream. If you want to be kept up with our announcements, check us out on Instagram at Under the Helmet Pod. The link is, as always, is in the description below. Except for this video, because I forgot to put the link tree in there. Whoopsie daisy. I'm a little off. Thank you so much to everybody for coming out for this episode. It's going to be in our other descriptions, though. I'm Dylan.
I'm Eli.
Thank you so much for coming to another episode. And don't forget, be kind, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. May the force be with you. And
Always.
we'll see you next time underneath
Under the helmet.
the helmet. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Bye.
Drops the rangefinder.
Drops the rangefinder. Ends the stream in 3, 2, 1.